Right, we're back with some breaking news on CC Nation News, October 17th, 2021. Let's start with the weather. 68 degrees, precipitation 0%, humidity is 35%, wind is traveling at 30 miles per hour. Sunny and currently 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday, we have Sunday and Monday, clear skies. Tuesday, partly cloudy. Wednesday, clear skies. Thursday, some small chance of rain. Friday, partly cloudy. Saturday and Sunday next week, also partly cloudy. That is the weather. Let's get into the crime. Yeah, this happened a couple weeks ago. Sorry I'm late to it, but I'm here to give you my thoughts on the news. Pause this video. There was a drive-by shooting at a Louisville bus stop that left a JCPS student dead and 2 others injured. There was a 16-year-old Eastern High School student, same high school I went to. 2 other teens, they were injured. One of them was dead in a drive-by shooting at a school bus stop in Louisville. All right, then you had the mayor, Rick Fisher, and Superintendent Mario Polio. They came on the news. They made some political speeches. They want thoughts and prayers. I didn't care for it. Enough is enough. Same crap that's been said all the time. Well, the person that died was Tyree Smith, 16. And then the others were sent to the hospitals with non-life, threatening injuries. The aunt of the victim says that the occasion was the target, not necessarily her nephew. And the bus stop was the target for whatever reason. All the aunt knows that the victim went to school, he went to work, 11th grade, he never had a problem. Doesn't call from home from the teachers regarding his behavior or anything. Bunch of civil rights leaders coming out. Let's go back. The council from JCPS Special Response Team, they said they're trying to indulge the students a safe place to talk, give them positive coping skills. Yeah, I don't really believe that, whatever, just another political statement. The civil rights leader speaking here, we can't police our way out of this. It's not actually a school problem either. The problem is thin and because we have no respect for one another, no more. And apparently the Louisville Metro Police Department chief, and then I believe her name is Erica Shields, he says that JCPS should have their own police department. My thoughts on this, what JCPS should do. Yes, it is JCPS's fault because it happened on their bus stop. Their bus stop is their property. That's what they told me. And they need to solve this. We have other students shot and killed on bus stops as well. What they need to do is they need to hire the LMPD and put them in schools, like 3 schools, peer school, as well as train school resource officers. You know, the cops, they can be the ones that guard and protect the interests, and the resource officers try to build a community with the students. Number 2, at JCPS bus stops, put security cameras on lampposts or stop signs so they can monitor bus stop activity, see what goes on there. 2, establish neighborhood watches in areas that have high crimes. Put a guard check on the exits and entrances of every neighborhood. Might not stop all crime, but could prevent some. As far as JCPS forming a police force, they don't need to do that. What was the point of JCPS merging with Louisville City Schools back in the early 2000s? So instead of moving into the future, we're going back into the past. That's the only thing we know how to do these days. Moving on. This happened a couple months ago, but I haven't got to it since. Joe Biden, he declares the war over in Afghanistan. They evacuated over 100,000 troops in 17 days. There's been a large debate on whether if Biden made the smart decision of removing the troops from Afghanistan. Biden says he's honoring the commitment that the government made with the Taliban about a year ago. Our decision to leave was made. We lost control of events. Just no scenarios likely to be smooth or desirable. Republicans still focus on Americans who are still in Afghanistan. Biden said he's claiming victory after hundreds of Americans and losing 13 brave service members. The United States is abandoning Americans in a terrorist war zone. My thoughts on this: I agree with Biden's decision. The war in Afghanistan is not our fight anymore. It's now the Afghans. The United States can't police the entire world. ISIS, Taliban, they're from the Middle East. So it's the Middle East's job to fight back. Another country can't just declare war on another terrorist group. No, it has to be the home country, go on the war, get their own people. This is a civil war. A civil war in which the United States does not need to take part in. 9/11, 2001, different scenario, but we need to move on from this war on terror. These other countries need to start moving on and start fighting back against the terrorists. All right, we trained an army in Afghanistan, but they all quit and bailed. So I don't mind Joe Biden pulling soldiers out of Afghanistan. It's all Afghanistan's fault. They need to get a hold of their current situation. Your people need to start fighting back. However, after troops were leaving, what's going on? After the troops left, there was apparently a suicide bombing at a couple of airports. 13 U.S. troops were left dead, and 60 Afghans are dead. So Biden's faced with a major problem here. Does he go back on his deal? Does he honor it? Just a few days ago, there was a bombing in Afghanistan out of Boston. Leads 33 dead and about 70 wounded. If you go to Wikipedia, type in the war on terror in Afghanistan, it says it's a Taliban victory. And it basically is. The United States failed to take out the Taliban, so now the Taliban are moving back in. That's because of the previous administration's fault. Trump, Obama, and Bush, they all failed to take out the terrorists. So Biden, I guess he's just offering a truce to the Taliban. I can't beat him, join him, right? I don't know. If I were president, I would have handled the situation differently. Yes, I would. Easier said than done, but I would draw our troops, I would unite the entire world, and we would clean out every single terror organization. Moving on to national headline: Brian Laundrie still missing. All right, this all centers around a woman named Gabby Petito. She was found, she was murdered and strangled. They found the body about last month. Apparently, her body was left in the woods for about a month. The person of interest is Brian Laundrie. However, he disappeared a month ago. He has not yet been seen. Dog the Bounty Hunter is apparently on the case, and he says he knows where he's at. I think Dog is just looking for media attention. He hasn't had any since his show. Is he still doing his TV show? I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay attention to Dog the Bounty Hunter. I guess he just wants attention since his show doesn't have that much attention anymore. maybe Laundrie's dead. Maybe he can't turn himself. I don't like it that people are villainizing the guy. He's presumed innocent until he's convicted. It's also one for fraud. His parents are investigating. I believe they do know where he's at. There's not going to say anything. It's their right to remain silent. What happened? I think that Brian Laundrie had a mental breakdown. I believe he killed Gabby Petito, and he went to the woods, maybe go kill himself, and maybe he's just hiding there for some reason. Maybe someone else got the both of them, but I don't know. Where's Brian Laundrie? Getting North Boston comment section. On today's news that came out yesterday, Nicholas Cruz, he partnered in shooting 3 years ago. He pleads guilty. Assault on a jail guard and 17 counts of murder. Will he be sentenced to life or death? My thoughts. Personally, I don't think he should be sentenced to either. I prefer life or death. I don't think no one should have the right to kill each other, especially the government. I believe in rehabilitation. This guy should be sent to prison for 10 to 25 years in a rehabilitative program. And if he succeeds, release him. Yeah, he did a bad thing. Lots of people do bad things. But we have to see if they can be rehabilitated. We have to believe in rehabilitation. Those 17 kids, yeah, they don't have a life anymore, and that is sad. But Cruz still does. He's 23. He can change. You think when he's 80 years old in jail can reoffend? You think when he's 100 can reoffend? This guy has anxiety. He has depression. He was bullied. He didn't know what to do 3 years ago. I don't think this guy should be in jail for life without parole. Now, if he's not rehabilitatable, that's a different story. But life in jail without parole, death penalty, I'm not for it. Both of those sentences are cruel and unusual punishment. Now, if he's like a serial killer like Ted Bundy, that's a different story. But this guy he just had a mental breakdown. He killed 17 people. I mean, it's sad. But I feel like the government, I feel like they're too powerful. They sentence people the sentences that they shouldn't really be sentenced for. This guy should be sentenced for 10 to 25 years. All right, try to rehabilitate him. If you can't rehabilitate him, he has to stay in jail for longer than 25 years. All right, but this guy's 23. All right, now this isn't like the Derek Chauvin case where I went on a rant about that. The guy was a cop. He's older. He took an oath. Nicholas Cruz, he didn't swear an oath to anything. But I think they might sentence him to life without parole. I mean, look at him. It's right here. Show him his face. Look at him. It's all shriveled up like it's cold. Like he's cold. Someone give him a blanket or a jacket. Is he sick? Probably nervous, but yeah, look at him, man. He's scared. I don't think he's gonna last 5 years in prison. He might be one of those people that commit suicide. That's the news that I have. Maybe some more breaking news videos later on, but this has been Breaking News with CC Nation News. See you back for another video.